Good morning, everyone. Please let me know if you guys can hear me out. If so, let me know right here in the side chat. By the way, if you're missing the side chat, just look at the top right of your screen and you'll see a three, four dots, a little show chat thing.
Sound
Click
check.
there.
One,
Sound check.
two. Sound check.
Nice. Sound beautiful. Who could it be?
Oh, all good.
Oh, good. Nice. Nice. Oh, man. I am so excited today. Ask me why. Ask me why.
What is going on, everybody? I don't think we can hear OC. He's laughing.
Oh, really?
No
Can you guys
sound
hear me?
for
No
OC
sound?
guy.
Oh, all right. One second.
No sound. Day. Ethereum. Ethereum to the moon. Will it continue? Will it continue? That is the question. Bitcoin choppy AF, man. I got stopped out twice today. Stopped out twice. Can we all hear OC guy? I don't think we can hear OC.
Testing. Audio
Yeah,
check.
we're good there. Now
Nice.
you sound beautiful.
Finally. Oh, man. And
Finally.
I rebooted Discord like once before just to try to avoid this, but oh yeah.
Everyone's selling their Bitcoin and buying Ethereum now.
Oh man, well, if they're taking profits, I'm good with that. But I would not be exchanging my Bitcoin. I would not be full exchanging my Bitcoin for that. But that's not a financial advice, right? Oh man, I'm pretty excited today.
Are you sure?
What? About the excitement or change that to
I'm always excited. I'm always excited.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm missing my second cup of coffee.
I even got my Christmas mug today. Look at that. Oh yeah.
Nice. Oh man,
in my Christmas background. Oh. Merry Christmas, everyone. We're coming. Old Saint Nick, he's coming, man.
Nice. Well, not today, but I think it was 2 days ago. The Economist just released his new front cover. Man, that is crazy. I mean, it's been last year's front cover that was amazing. I think it nailed down almost every single thing. But this one looks very, very scary. Not only because of the style they choose, because of how is it showing stuff up. So, guys, if you do like a microeconomy things, or you like also a little tinfoil hat stuff, stick around because I'm gonna be talking about that front cover. In the meantime, for our Bravo friends, we have a very large community of crypto. We trade crypto also here. So if you want us to take a look at any stock, do not be shy. Let us know, and we'll take a look at any asset you guys want us to take a look at. That being called oil, metals, commodities, stocks, forex, whatever it can be. Chart and is on TradingView. We'll take that. Even diapers, if we can do that. But Alex, what are you so excited today? You mentioned that it is a chop city on Bitcoin. I do agree with you. I mean, I am the 4 hours, so I'm still on hold. I still had my previous entry being hold with my trading bot. I haven't done any manual trading so far, other than taking profits on TRX. Remember TRX yesterday that I talked about it?
Oh my god! What a move!
Still, what a move!
Yeah. Even if it's a shit coin, we still making money, right, OC?
Absolutely. In case you heard first here, TRX, it's going to the moon. Well, I need to get my soundboard here. Let me bring it up.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero.
Yeah, man.
Other than that, can you show us what you're looking at the charts? Maybe on Bitcoin, I'll follow behind, and then I'll bring up both Atom and TRX. But guys, remember, let us know what you guys want us to take a look in the side chat, and we'll gladly do it.
All right, yeah. So big rollover here for Bitcoin. I mean, geez, I got stopped out this morning twice, so a little bit of of a choppy one. We had the bull divs come in here this morning, which was quite nice. For me, there is this golden pocket that I am looking at below here. So I do have an alarm just set right here, just a little horizontal, right? You set your alarm, looking for it to possibly come down into this area here. So no trade as of yet, but big breakdown here, getting rejected off of our entry up at 96,500. Okay, so this is like a barrier to entry to higher term prices, but nothing as of yet. So big rollover, right? So you can see here, if I go out onto the 50-minute time frame, what has happened is we got long here yesterday, a beautiful long trade in the morning, and now Bitcoin has seemed to really just start to shake people out. Now, this tells me that there may be a big move incoming. Okay, so we look at price action before kind of this last, since Sunday. So this price action versus this price action, you can see how like this is kind of moving nicely here, right? Very fluid. Now you look at the price action now, and like zing, 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 like very, very, not out. We can say it's scammy, but what it's doing, it's really just wrecking leverage traders. Okay, so it's coming for leverage traders. As you can see, it's rolling over quite aggressively right now, right? But what it's doing is it's trapping traders. So yes, Asia pump overnight, coming back down, getting everybody a little bit bullish, shooting price up, grabbing late shorts, now rolling over on the people longing the top. Okay, so a big, big, huge liquidity grab. So do we want to participate in this? Not necessarily, right? For me, it's like I took a couple trades because, on the live stream, I do scalp, right? But I took a long here. I could have got out here. It came back against me, got stopped out. I took a long here. I got out break even, and that was the end of it for me. I wasn't going to continue to participate in this kind of nonsense price action. And you can see it pushed up, so it got everybody extremely bullish, creating quick liquidity, then quick rollover, liquidity grab, right? Then pushing back up, V-shaped recovery. Like this is all within minutes, right? And then now, chopping in here, holding, and then rolling over. Okay, so is this some sort of divergence trying to push in here? You can see that we are getting overextended here on our oscillator, but nonetheless, we do have key levels below us that are more favorable for some sort of continuation. I keep trying to talk to you guys a lot about market structure and where we're going, right? And for me right now, losing these lows in here, not such a big deal. Okay, this is now our significant low. This was our golden pocket fib retracement level. So looking for the next fib retracement level somewhere down in here. If I zoom out on some OC timeframes and we take a general look here at Bitcoin and we get rid of a lot of this stuff in here, we can see that simply Bitcoin has really just consolidated within this wedge, right? So we're very much at a influx decision point, right? Once we get to that like 30% mark of any sort of wedge, any breaking into this area here, we're typically looking for a decision for direction. That means we could break down and come back down to somewhere in here. There's a 91,000 pivot point, a weekly pivot point that I am looking for if we do break down. And then obviously we're looking for that like 102 area if we do break up. But right now it's no trade. It's kind of let the price come to us because we are simply range bound within this, and we can see the rotation going into such things as Ethereum today getting a very nice move. TRX, nice call OC guy, but Ethereum getting a nice move. TRX absolutely going to the moon yesterday. Insane, right? So want to be cautious in this environment, right? We want to be cautious right now. I'm looking for that continuation. We got a beautiful bounce yesterday off of our golden pocket area. Okay, as we can see in here, golden pocket area. And I'm really looking at like where the volume is. Like right now we're kind of in the equilibrium of the range. So we have the highs and the lows here. So for me, it's like if this, then this. Right now we have the volume here, very clear sticking point, right? So if we lose the volume here, we zoom out a little bit, let this thing load up here. if we lose the volume within this area within here that we can see we have the volume, I would most likely be looking into this area in here. You can see we do have a nice support level here coming in with our discount, right? So if we do roll over, that 91,000 has confluence. It is also a weekly pivot point. Okay, so looking at 91,000, if we break down, if this, then this, right? Always having a plan. But until that does happen, I'm definitely looking to buy up the lows of this continuation pattern here, because we look around, we look left, we look right, we can see this is definitely a bull run, and this is definitely strength. It's just, how do we participate in that strength? We want to be buying the lows, and the lows if we do get the opportunity. So that's definitely how I'll be looking to trade this on Bitcoin. But for now, no trade, just staying out of it. Don't want to get in the way of this kind of scammy price action, right? So I'll be looking down here for some sort of reversal pattern where I can look to possibly get into a trade, but nothing until then. And just trying to, sometimes no position is a position, right? You definitely want to, not be putting on risk in a situation where, you move up 2, 5, 2, 3, 4%, right? Then you move right back down the same amount. Then you move right back up. Then you move back down even more, right? So this is something that as a trader, there's no real, you could have been looking to get short here off the order block. Okay, that was one idea this morning, but pretty scammy price action. Nothing that I want to really be falling victim to, right? Like that's the thing here, is that like I don't want to really put myself at too much risk in this kind of situation. So a little bit of patience here will prevail. But managing risk, if you are taking the trade, make sure you're using enough wiggle room, because the volatility is quite aggressive right now. What are you looking at, OC?
I'm just looking at TRX, what we were talking about yesterday. Let me bring it up very quickly. I'm also just gonna slightly touch on this one. Let me see if I'm in the correct. Yes, perfect. All right. So yesterday we were talking about TRX and if the possibility of keep going up. I would say that yes, absolutely. In fact, we talked about the predictive ranges, right? How to read them. Something important I want to point out, so full transparency here, is I told you guys this movement has already played out. And going chasing after a price, it is not a smart idea. Other than if you are cool with it reversing on you and then holding it for another cycle, right? What it happened, remember that what we are waiting for a possible re-entry, it is a retracement, a small retracement, having still been having that movement still pushing upward, and that's where we start looking for that retracement or that entry, right? Sorry for that. Here's what we got right now. Yesterday we were right here, so let's take a look at it. Yesterday we were right there, and what happened? We have a god candle in here, and then just shoot up to the moon, right? Then what we have flipped the ribbon. That's what we were expecting, and now we have the retracement that we were talking about, right? So what is up now for TRX? Well, this is a pump and dump, right? Very hard to catch. Nonetheless, we know what we were looking for at this moment. What we're expecting, if you have plus, you might have the Chart Prime Pro Plus like this one, or if you have just a classic one, this is the same pattern here. It looks just a little bit different, right? But we're looking, it's holding above the 0 line, right? We want to look for that flip of the ribbon. For the new members, flip of the ribbon, it is not a change of color. It's just the actual ribbon flipping, changing of direction, right? Physically changing direction. So basically, that's what we want to see. And by the way, this one, it's wrongly positioned. This is it. There we go. And another thing that we're going to be also taking a look at, it is money flow right down here. If you don't see money flow on your Pro oscillators, you can just add it. Maybe it's just classical money flow. You can add it on top of it and then use it. We also have a money flow oscillator, but that's a story for another time. So that's what we're also going to be looking at when we see money flow pumping back up. That will also, we're going to be looking for that possible flip of the ribbon, and of course we're going to be looking for those predictive ranges bounces. Right now we are on a support, but seems like we're not going to hold it, right? What's the next upcoming support? Well, it seems like between this area and this area. Once again, we're gonna be looking for confluence, and also we're gonna be looking for when we start seeing that flip of the ribbon. That flip of the ribbon will indicate you how when it's a good idea to start allocating a little bit of it. Still, the more that we have gone up, the higher the risk for it to come back down. All right, and make no mistake, this is the 4 hour. Look at these tiny candles. All right, so I mean, that's not a small movement. All right, that's not a small movement, neither to the upside, neither to the downside. So just be careful. This is not financial advice, but in my own experience and my own practice, what I'll do is just not go after coins that already have their pump and now they're dumping. I'd rather go for those coins that haven't yet pumped and they have the potential to do so, right? So instead of just catching with a higher or a ginormous amounts of risk, trying to catch it here or try to catch it here just for a slightly push up, well, then I can then go to another coin and try to catch it here, try to catch it here, try to catch it even there. All right, so that's what I'm gonna be looking for, and that's what I want to tell you guys, because at this point, guys, we have entered into the FOMO scenario right before Christmas. This is normal. This happens every single cycle. Dude, if you have been here for a long time, do recall previous, not previous exactly, because we were on the bear market, but 2 year before, 2 year December's back, right? It was the same thing all over again. So do not be short memory. Remember where those feelings were back then, and remember how they rack you up, and if not, how you succeeded, and do the same, not to get wrecked up. All right, not to get wrecked up. Another thing that I want to go over, it is finally Atom. Atom, I need to take a look at daily, because we were talking about this, which is the Wyckoff patterns. Come on, don't tell me. There we go. Perfect. This is where we left out. Today in the Piper Academy, I just draw this box. So let me just get rid of it so we can take a look at back where we left out. This is where we left out. Take a look at Wyckoff pattern, right? First of all, identifying tops, then first Wyckoff pattern, right? Dropping down, second Wyckoff pattern, dropping down, and the third one is a charm. I always tell you guys, Wyckoff pattern drop downs always come in 3, at least in this cycle hasn't changed, right? The third one is always the charm. So I was also pointing that we have the top right here, right? We have the first one right here, just like compared to this one. Then we have the second one right here, right? And what were we expecting? We were expecting what Alex always talks about, right? Which is having a trend line here, maybe the stiletto or double bottom, or maybe sweep of the lows. For me, that usually I interpret it as a final Wyckoff, all right, with a double bottom slightly tilted to the upside. And where's my entry? My entry is at the previous high breakout, right? Also, if you are looking at daily, look at that beautiful dynamic reactor. It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest. There you go, clear as day, clear as water. Are we above the zero line? Yes, we are. Is money flow coming in? Yes, it is. There you go. Enjoy your profits. So this being one of that finally moments that I got, because if you have been following me for a long time, you know that I am a follower of Atom, right? And it's just been kicking me in the balls for a long time. Everything was just pumping, but Atom, right? And I was, come on, Atom, man, I'm trying to shield you, but you are not just cooperating, right? Then finally, voice is working. Oh, by the way, guys, so sorry about that. Discord is a little bit overloaded as everything else in the internet. If something doesn't work, drop down, refresh it, or do Command R if you are Mac, or Control R if you're on PC. That will refresh your Discord, and most likely the issues will be solved and you might be able to connect, all right? So, boom shakalaka.
Double kill.
On Atom, finally, we made it. We made it. And going back to Bitcoin, promise it's not going to take too long. We have a little bit of a list in here. Ethereum, Doge, TurboSol, and And let me push it here. Maybe you can take a look at any of those, Alex.
I got him ready,
And
buddy.
awesome, you're the
I'm
best, buddy.
ready.
That's it. Nice. So, what I'm looking for here, let me show you something important. If you haven't heard about, I have a video prediction, Alex, and I have a video prediction of where Bitcoin could get onto 2025, right? What was your prediction, Alex?
212, man.
212. Well, I need.
You said 500,000, bro.
Yes, I did, my friend. And that's what I'm wearing my special hat today. I need to polish it a little bit. But let me show you something interesting here. By the way, guys, it's not that I'm calling or telling, hey,
I hope
for
so,
sure
man.
I also, man.
I hope you're right, man.
Oh, man. So do I.
You may
let me-
not see me ever again, though.
Nice. There you go.
I might
$1 trillion.
disappear.
Oh man, that's funny. Let's take a look at that chart, and that is because right now we're on path to it, right? Again, I'm not telling you that for sure we're gonna hit it, right? It's time for me to just take this out because this is serious, right? But so far we are on the path of reaching that market. Remember, this was my prediction. We pumped a little bit earlier of what I was expecting, but look at those targets, my friend. Look at those targets, right? What am I expecting at this point? By the way, or what would I like to see for then grab a little more confidence on this analysis to say, hey guys, this is ongoing work, right? It's gonna be this movement for Christmas. I don't think that it's gonna be that hard to believe. There we go. And then be warned, a 30 to 40% drop, all right? Be careful here. So just calling that up, guys. Again, I'm not saying that this is going to happen for sure. I take it day by day. So let's go back to my more ground, settled down analysis, all right? So let's take a look at here. Perfect. And I was on Bitcoin. All right, perfect. So what do I got here? Well, I have one of my favorite patterns with this little hump with a little bit of a triangle pattern that usually breaks to the upside. We are on the verge of breaking. As you can see, this is an ongoing analysis that I have been doing since yesterday. I know it's a little bit messy, so just bear with me. What I'm looking at this point, it is the next hit right down here. It will make much more sense in the 4 hour because that is a 4 hour drawing. There we go, much better. As you can see, we're hitting onto my support area right here. As you also can see, every single time that we hit it, we've been rejecting from it. Yesterday was not the exception. This was my expectations for yesterday. Look at that beautiful little candle right there and there. We hit the top. Remember what I was also expecting yesterday, a bounce from it. So far, ding, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner. And now we're looking for the next support, which is for me dynamic reactor. As you can see, I love my dynamic reactor. Another thing that I usually add to are my predictive ranges. They are my predictive ranges and also my order blocks. We have a big, loudest, strongest of them all, loud order block, right? We also have a golden predictive range and dynamic reactor. Things are stacking there. That's what I call, what we all call confluence, right? Remember, it's not about one single indicator. It's about many indicators, many situations, many patterns building up on the support and on their resistance areas. And then what we do, well, we look our oscillator for flip of the ribbon or breakthrough. I want that breakthrough so bad, all right? So if I start seeing that breakthrough, I think we are nailing it. Another important thing, despite this is not the location I want to see it, it is my famous goose head pattern here, right? If you look closely to that little facing here, you can see the profile of a goose, right? That's what I call a goose head. Usually a goose head, it is a retracement for then a further continuation before a drop. So could we maybe hit all the way here before the last drop that might be taking us out of it? Yes. Or if maybe we break with strength, we could also be breaking through. So how do you trade this? Once again, looking for entries areas here. And if it doesn't happen, I'm entering at the break through the zero line on my oscillator, all right? Also going through this, in this case, I always say it's not about the breakout, it's about the retest, right? But because we have the confirmation of what I've been expecting, which is this trend line here, guys, I draw that out of the blue 2 days ago, right? And now it's a confirmed higher low, right? Because of this, I will be willing to enter here at the breakout, but being cautious. Remember, being cautious is not just YOLOing it, right? Long position at the breakout, my stop loss at the center of the triangle just to avoid getting ripped off, right? And then holding it to my next target, which for me is going to be here, TP number 1 on my predictive ranges. So what would it be then, my reality scenario? Because it's a risky entry, it's going to be half of a position. Remember, for me, one single position equals 3% of my wallet, or my trading wallet. So this is going to be 1.5% of my whole wallet position entry. I still want to add the rest of it. When would I add it? It's not about the breakout. It's about your retest on your trend line with the flip of the ribbon once again above the zero line, confirming it. I'm re-adding. I'm moving, then it moves slightly, move my stop to entry, and then boom, shakalaka, right? If not, I'm fine with that stop loss. Remember, that's why we use a stop loss, all right? For the bearish scenario, just in case you are bears, which is fine, because I always tell you guys, plan for your worst case scenario. This is not a matter of knowing. Only 2 guys know what's happening, which is a magician or a guy that comes from the future, right? Time traveler. I know nobody but Saeed. Saeed comes from the future. That's the only guy. Exclusively here on Chart Prime, by the way. So I'm not going to be guessing. I'm going to be waiting for a breakdown, right? Flip up, bounce from here, entry as I'm below the zero line, short entry, and off we go, all right? In this case, I will have my hair and shoulders pattern. Yes, you heard it here. Hair and shoulders pattern. That's going to be my new pattern, by the way. So that's what I got, Alex. I want to know your opinion in here before we move on to the next assets. Do you see
That's
a
prepared trader, man.
Right?
I think like for the month of December, typically you get your low put in the first couple weeks, and then you move up into a Santa rally. Like that's a typical December. Now we'll have to see. I mean, going into January, there's always some sort of correction, like OC was pointing out. So that's something that you need to be aware of, is that maybe it won't be a 30% correction, maybe a 20% correction. But if you're looking at a 20% correction, even on Bitcoin, that's still, you're still looking like, even if I go from the top to the bottom, oh, I'm getting an alert, Bitcoin crossing over, golden pocket zone, looking to buy, baby. We'll see if we get it. Oh man, but yeah, a 30% correction, you're back down to 70,000. So I mean, I hope 85 holds. Oh baby, what a bounce out of that. Okay, I'm getting excited now. Maybe I share my chart. Maybe I should share my chart. But yeah, big correction, right? If you do, sorry, just managing something. Let's go Bitcoin, baby. But yeah, that would be a big correction. Like I said, set your alarms, right? Look at that. Looking for this thing to bounce out of here. Right now, trying to bounce, right? Trying to bounce, looking for that swing long. We'll see if we get it. Volume coming in right now, right? Set the alarm. The alarm goes off. You can make a decision whether you want to enter or exit a trade. I'm looking for a bounce off of this level. We'll see if we get it back up to the highs here. But it is turbo time. So let's take a look at turbo. And OC, I gave this long trade setup over here back in the day, back in time here. And we had the clipping, we had the bullish divergence, beautiful coming in here. a key buy level. Okay, and I closed this trade up here today. Pretty happy with that one. But I did take the long in here. Okay, I did take some profits here. It came back down. I was like, oh, I'll let it stay. I was 50% out, and it moved. I mean, today it flew, right? It flew today. So that was given an advance in this class, which is pretty cool. Turbo getting an absolute ripper to the upside. If you are looking to trade it right now, you're getting a nice retest of previous highs. Okay, so I can get rid of that now. Like, obviously a massive bullish candle to the upside. This is no joke. This is like what, 20%? Yeah, 20% back down, retesting this. So yes, bullish continuation is something we're looking for. It's very much on my radar as well for a breakout retest, which I believe is happening right now on Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum breakout retest. Okay, talk to OC. He is the master of this, but big bullish sentiment this morning for Ethereum, getting all the way up to 38.50. Okay, breaking out, key resistance, retesting back in. Okay, looking for this continuation onwards and upwards. Will we get it? Right, Bitcoin doing very similar things here, bouncing off the golden pocket. We'll see if it can continue to push back in here. So those are things that I'm looking at right now. But let's go over and take a look at MicroStrategies, because someone requested that. And I said back in here when we started to correct on MicroStrategies was there's an order block in here that we did hold that I was looking at. But also, it's this is like our $85,000 Bitcoin, okay? This area in here. If we're comparing charts, right? I'll show you mine, you show me yours, kind of deal. We're looking at this as our holding level, right? So MicroStrategy's big blow off top, right? And now consolidating, right? So looking for this 85,000 to hold and continue bullishly, okay? So that's very similar to this level in here for MicroStrategies, which is right around $320 right now, looking a little bit weak. But remember, this is like a leverage bet on Bitcoin, right? So you're definitely looking for this parabolic trend to continue. So any sort of return back into this area is a potential buy zone that I'd be looking for on MicroStrategies. Just trying to keep it simple on things like this. It is strong and it does move when it gets going. I mean, this thing does not slow down, right? So we came back, grabbed this order block. Now I would look for it simply to come back down into this 340 area, right? Just looking for that potential bounce here and continuation. Lots of liquidity to come up up at the highs here. And we know this guy, as long as Bitcoin keeps going up and to the right, this is going to go at least 1.5x to that, right? I remember we looked at this, and where I bought my Bitcoin in March, I would have been up 18. Yeah, right here. So here's the vertical line. I'm up 4x on my Bitcoin. Okay. And if I had bought MicroStrategies, I would have been up 18x. Why didn't you tell me, OC? Why didn't why, bro? I mean, I thought we were friends. Anyways, Solana was also requested because I got to go after I do this. My cousin actually needs my laptop, so I'm gonna be heading out early after I do Solana, and I believe we had another one as well, Solana and Doge. So I'll go over Doge as well. So Solana breaking down. The key thing here with Solana, okay, is that we have put in a significant high. So I highly suggest, OC, how many times a class do I say, please put down these support and resistance levels, man? Please just do it.
Class, my friend.
Dude, look at this. Every single class, right? Every single class. Screenshot it. Okay. I can even put the grandpa buttons on for you if you guys really want. I can do it here. I can put the grandpa, the big phone buttons. There you go. Nice and big for you guys. Okay, screenshot it and add these support and resistance levels, please, please, please. Because of the behavior of Solana, it will consolidate, then pop. Consolidate, then pop. Consolidate, then pop. Consolidate, then pop. Guess what it's going to do next? Okay, every time. So here's some support and resistance for Solana. Okay, make sure you guys are adding them. This one's 225 in here. But look at how well this works. It just goes pop. Boop, pop, back down, pop, pop, back down, pop, back down. Okay, it works. So it's just the behavior. It's very similar to Chainlink. Chainlink does the same kind of thing. It's very range bound, and then it moves. Okay, so right now the key thing is with Solana is that it has put in a high here. Okay, we have mitigated the structure in here. So now all we're doing is looking for a higher low, right? We're looking for, guess what? A pop on Solana here, right? That would be my ideal area where I'm looking for a long and see if we can get some strength out of it. We're not taking it right away. We're waiting for obviously some sort of structure to be formed here, waiting for it to consolidate, maybe put in a low, and then we look to go and we can come back and test that. So we're looking there, right? And we're looking here, right? So very simple, keeping it simple. We'll see which one it chooses, but for me, the key is that Solana has taken the high there, right? So for me, I'd be patient with Solana, but definitely looking to take advantage of price action here because we know if ETH is moving, we know if Sui moved yesterday, guess what? Solana, it's going to be like, you know what? Guess what? I'm coming for you, Ethereum. I'm coming for you. So looking for this thing. Yes, we have broken out of this. We have returned back in, but nonetheless, we have mitigated this high in here. So we're looking for that continuation if we get a bounce and go. Okay, so that's what I'd be looking for Solana. And just want to check where's the dynamic reactor on the 1 hour. It always kind of gives me a good idea of where we are in. Yeah, so we reclaimed it. We lost it. We're coming back down. So trying to push back out and reclaim that is going to be crucial for Solana. We also said the 3 hour is very powerful. If we look at the dynamic reactor, we gotta pay respect to the dynamic reactor. It's such a strong indicator. Okay, so just fighting with it right now. So I would expect some turbulence before trying to push up, and that's how I would treat that. Let's go over and take a look at the Doggo coin. And I also said ETH breakout retest, right? So we're looking for some strength to come in here on that, and let's go and look at our friend, the Department of Government Efficiency. That would be the one,
what
right?
A name.
Oh, what a shit coin! But I love it, man. We can make money, man. Okay, so we're range bound, head and shoulders. Okay, so cautious, right? Cautious. I would mark out this just in case, right? If we do lose, if we lose that level on Bitcoin, right? You're gonna see alts bleed, right? So always be aware of, nothing goes up forever. We love things that go up forever. But if we do take this and we look here, head and shoulders, right? Knees and toes. We all learned the song as kids, right? So we're looking for this thing to possibly break down. If we lose that critical support level coming in here, money flow point of control, order blocking in here. So look for this to hold. Okay, but right now, volatility, right? It's very volatile right now. And it's important to make sure that you guys are protecting your downside, okay? Because when that correction comes, remember, it takes the stairs up and it takes the elevator down. Always remember that, right? That's why we always use a stop loss and manage that part of our trading. If we can learn how to manage this part down below here, this part gets a lot easier, okay? And that's enough out of me, man. I got to get going, but I want to thank you guys so much. I also won't be here tomorrow because my kid is going to the doctor to get his shots and stuff like that. So I will be away tomorrow as well. But thank you guys so much. And make sure you guys are nice to OC, okay? He's still practicing Halo, and he will get better, but he's really good at technical analysis. So mad love to every single one of you guys, and I will see you guys on Friday. Take care, guys. Peace out.
Take care, Alex. I love you. Thank you so much for joining. See you tomorrow.
Love you too, bro.
Guys, let's wrap it up. A couple of things because I need to give you a couple of secrets, right? Let's get started with my biggest secret here. I know many of you come from the Bravo channel, and I want to give you a easier time around. So yes, my hair never changes position. It's just like Barney Stinson that you can take a picture and he always came out nice. Same thing with my hair. And that happens when you start using the Bravo indicators. start doing Bravo indicators, you start coming to the classes, then start looking amazing. That's why we're gonna be pushing the hair and shoulders pattern. By the way, if you're from Johnny Bravo channel, let him know that we have a new pattern in-house, and that is the hair and shoulders pattern. All right, the next biggest secret, and Melissa, I'm also gonna get to your question, how to use the oscillator. It is, let's just strip things down, all right? And this is gonna be kind of a little bit more than a talk than I show you. I'm still gonna show you the charts, right? But the very first thing is do not get the indicators get on the way. Oh, see, man, you sell indicators. What the hell? I know. But our main goal here is for your success, guys, for you to understand how to use them and how to actually bring light to the darkness, right? Like, for example, trading, it is like walking in complete darkness. If it's your home, if you know what you're looking for, of course you can circumvent that chair that is in the way. You know, that you can save your little pinky out of smashing it against that wall that is slightly crooked, right? Because you know what are you expecting, and with something kind of like a little bit of shadow in the background, you see it, you know what's coming, right? The same thing with the same thing with trading. Let me share my screen. Oh man, I cannot share my screen. Oh, that's because Alex left. Oh, all right. I don't know how I'm going to do this. All right, I think we'll note this on tomorrow, right? Yeah, but if I start refresh, let's do it. Let's do it. Bear with me, guys. It's gonna be a minute. Wait a minute. Holy smokes, you are a genius. Yes, now I can share. That's awesome. Ha, yes. That's amazing, my friend. Thank you so much for that suggestion. It worked like a charm. All right, let me do a couple of stuff here. What am I? Yeah, I'm sharing this one. Perfect. So let's go over and see what, for example, Alex was doing, because I also do the same. We explain it slightly different because we come from a different school, right? But at the end of it all, we're waiting for the same thing. Let's go over, I don't know, Bitcoin, just for example, right? Let me do another Bitcoin chart that is not cluttered. Let's do this one here. And then, oh, that's not it. Let's do this one here. All right, perfect, right? No indicators at the moment, all right? Let's try not to do non-indicators at the moment. Also, I don't know what the hell is that. All right, whatever. Let's just get rid of it. All right, let's go to something like the 4 hours. Perfect. Now, oh, again, non-indicators at the moment. All right, and then let's try to make the charts our home. All right, let's get started with the easiest thing. So let me ask a couple of questions. Where would you like to buy? I know this is simple, right? I know this is basic, but I think this is a good way to start connecting stuff, right? For example, would you like to buy here or would you like to buy here? Do you buy at A or do you buy at B? And I know the next question is, but how do I know, right? Don't worry, I'll teach you that in a second. So buy at 001, absolutely. Let's go back in time and get Bitcoin at the first mining stages, right? I mean, everybody would love that. But yeah, we tried to buy at A, right? And we tried to sell at B, correct? So if I could give you one friendly advice, this would be it. So from all of the classes, from all of this class and any other class that we give, if you need to live with something, let it be it. Let it be this, which is learn support resistance, trend theory, all right, and trend line theory. That includes trend channels, right? If you nail that, that's it. You are set almost for life. Anything else but volume, anything else but volume, all right, diverges from those basics. Those are the roots of trading, all right? Yes, we can debate it, but based on my experience, based on all the books I've read, based on the education I have, that is the root of trading. Let me show you that. So the first thing that we need to do is, of course, do a trend line, right? Let's do a trend line. So if we have an ongoing trend, like for example, if we are here, we don't buy there. Where do we buy? We buy a retracement over the trend line, all right? Easy peasy. And also we need to understand that every trend line has its end, it's finished, right? So let me just adjust it a slightly bit, just because we can't see it. Let's make it easy on us, all right? When is the trend finished? The trend is finished once we lose the trend line. It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest. There you go, you sell, all right? And then, well, inverse, hair, and shoulders. That's it. Remember that trend line theory also involves channels. There's three kind of channels: up-rising channels, right? Down-ranging channels, and sideways channels. So what is a failure point in here? That yes, we did a low, a lower high, right? And then, oops, a higher low, but we did not took the previous high. That usually is that we are on what? On a range. So what you do, you wait for pullback, short it all the way to previous, take profit, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, right? Now you understand the market structure, right? Guys, this is like knowing your home, right? This is like knowing your home. Yes, you're in complete darkness, but you know that you're looking for trend lines and channels, all right? So let's do a cleanup here once again, and let's go for one of our favorite things. So let's, just for the sake of the class, let's zoom in, right, and trade within the channel. So within the channel, right, we can see downtrend, uptrend, a little bit of a huge range in here, nevertheless still uptrend, right? That's what we're looking for. So to enter longs, what we do the same trend channel. What then we do, we wait for a higher low, breakout, so about a breakout, so about your retest, off we go, and first long, right? Same, rinse and repeat, right? It's not about the breakout, it's about your retest, and off you go, right? And till where? Till you break or till you lose your next trend channel. Here we go. It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest, and off you go, right? And then what invalidates it? Well, making a next high. And what you do there, you continuing, because you know that breaking the next high will do a continuation of a bullish trend. So there you go. You just look for retracement and keep doing it, all right? That will be basically it. So this is going to be the base. So what then? When does indicators come into place? Now that you understand what are you looking for, that's when you add your indicators, all right? So do not add them all at once. We have a little bit for everyone, right? That means we have a ton of indicators, but the point is that you relate to the ones that better work for you. As you can see, and you can please rewind this video. We are recording it, and I'm going to be pushing it to the to the public on the class recordings. All right. Let me see, because I don't think my screen is being shared for some reason. So you'll have to excuse me. For some reason, I think my screen is not being shared. All right, I can see charts. Looks good to me. All right, so half and half. All right, let me see if I can pull it into the recording. All right, I think we'll move into the recording. Oh, this is something that I also want to talk about, but this is gonna be for a later class. So all good. Let me see if I can pull it back. I don't know. We'll try to make it work. All right. If not, don't worry. We're gonna get back to it into the next class tomorrow. All right. So the point in here, and let me pull this for the recording, and also let me change my screen for a little bit. Come on. Let me see if I can do this. There we go. I think we all can see it. Guys, did that fix it? Perfect. Perfect. All right. So just a recap, we're looking for trend lines, right? It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest. All right. This is your entry or your risky entry at a higher low. All right. And then you just rinse and repeat. Where do you take profits? The same way, the other way around, right? It's not about the breakout, it's about your retest, and off you go. All right. And then if we start making a higher high, well, then you know you're into a range, and then you wait for the range breakout. That is not when you're home. Well, then how the indicators helping here? Well, indicators is like having a flashlight on pitch darkness on your home. So you already know what to expect, all right? You already know somewhere where things are somewhere. But having a flashlight, that gives you a clear picture of things, right? So let's do that clear picture right now. So there we go. We are into a range. How do we know that? Let's also follow up previous range. So previous pattern. Just like, for example, right here. Remember the trend line, right? Also, something that I always talk. Hump, bigger hump, and then either a range or a triangle, right? Hump, bigger hump, and we are either into a range or a triangle, right? What we got here? Hump, bigger hump, and we are either into a range or a triangle. That's it. We know what to expect, and so far, no indicators being used, right? So that is the power that you have when you nail just basics. Now, where do I enter? Well, I enter at support, and this is where the flashlight is telling you, hey, you know what? We're bouncing from the bottom. We're having flip of the ribbon. The flip of the ribbon means that we're having injection of capital. We're having injection of money. We're having influx of volume. So that's a good spot to enter, to buy. Where do we exit? That's where indicators come into place. We start looking for resistances. Oh, look at that. I have an order block right there. That might get into the way. Well, take 50% out. You see? Easy peasy. How many indicators? Two, right? Then you are good at this. Now that you are profitable, that's when you start adding the rest of the indicators. When you want to get into the nitty gritty, right? For my friends on the Bravo channel, let me just clear this up. Let's add the indicator right here, invite only, because you guys are more familiar with the Bravo kit, all right? And what do you look for? You look for your 200 EMA crossovers, right? You look for your Bravo 9 count, right? You look once again for those areas, and you pair them with what? You pair them with your oscillator. See that? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, let's wrap it up the class till here. Not without then just giving Melissa an answer here, explaining the Prime Oscillator Plus. The Prime Oscillator Plus will take me around an hour to explain. All right. Let me point you out of the documentation that we offer, so you can watch it there. Give me just 1 second. Where is it? There we go. Let me copy this. And also I'm gonna be pulling it here. So just so you guys to watch, here we go. All right. Paste. There we go. And then you can go for influencer kits for Bravo and Trader IQ, or Plus for the Prime Oscillator Plus. Here you can read everything. We have videos. We explain it piece by piece. We give you a full breakdown of what is it. Everything is it, right? The main point, just to go straight to the point, it is that you have your, let's make this bigger. There we go. Let me zoom in. You have your classical ribbon. You have your classical zero line. So exactly as a classical oscillator, all right? It just looks different. And then you have money flow, all right? And then you have a volume matrix. This is just like a classical volume with a modifier. And then you have your through 7, all right? True 7 is a mashup of 7 different indicators, 7 different parameters, or 7 different equations that work together to give you threshold. So what is a threshold? Basically the over clipping here, or the clipping areas, right? So that's what we're looking at those points on the true 7, the clipping areas, and that's where you start looking for shorts and or longs, all right? Basically, that's how you read the oscillator. We also still have reversals as the classical, right? We also have area side overbought zones and oversold zones, and confirmation of oversold breakouts, right? And then, of course, we have where the strength, bearish strength or bullish strength it is at concentrated, all right? So that is the long story short, how to read it. Just read it the same way that you would read the same thing that you will read on your classical indicator. You said that you mentioned that you need clarification on the clipping. Clipping is when you start seeing it not sharp, when we maxed out of it, right? So what happens to that clipping? We're expecting of a possible retracement. Then what kind of retracement? Well, we read, are we clipping above? Do we have money flow influx? Yes, so the clipping, it is a retest, right? Are we having less, for example, where is the clipping? There we go. Clipping and then we're breaking through. Well, then maybe either we fall or we range, all right? So that is basically how you start pairing the clipping. The same way, the other way around. Anytime, it has more to it. It has more to it, but at this point, we're running out of time on this class. But stay tuned for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be advanced. We're going to be talking about the oscillator, and also we're going to be talking about oscillator configurations. So I promise that on other reference classes. Also, guys, let me show you that you can watch or rewatch these class recordings. Here it is, class recordings. You just click it there, and we upload all of the classes. Also, you can go watch the classes and create a thread on the class and ask questions on previous classes, all right? So if you're missing the live streams, don't worry. This is also on YouTube and also under the class recordings, although only responding on the class recordings Discord channel for questions of past classes. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's class. And as always, see you guys tomorrow.